Shalom, call Allah, Yahweh, Shemir, Shabbat, Hashem, Kakodash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of great men, standing in the elders again before them that taught us the truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and the sincerity of the full life tabernacle of David, the elder Yahshuan. Shalom and salutations to you all. No lemons in the church. All right, so this goes directly to 1A and 2A. Are being obliterated. The First Amendment and the Second Amendment are being obliterated in our face right now. By who? By MAGA. MAGA was supposed to be the champion of 2A, right? And they flipped. They flipped when the guy got shot. They're like, oh no, he was supposed to, but he had a concealed carry and he was legal. No, he should have got, okay. So that 2A is gone. Now they're after 1A. This is Isaiah 19:2. So we're getting the civil war here. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. And the spiritual Egyptians, pursuant to Revelation 11 and 8, are the Babylonians or the Americans. So civil war in America. And they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Now, what happened? Don Lemon got arrested. Let's type that in. Don Lemon arrested. This is huge. All right, because he's supposed to be the press, right? But this is a big move in this civil war. So, see what this brings up. Don Lemon breaking 2 hours. 2 hours. So this is the big news. See how they're pushing it? They got old Don, the renegade, ran up in the church. Look at this. 3 hours, 1 hour. So this is the big news. Don Lemon arrested. Don Lemon arrested. Everybody. New York Post. Fox News. Look at it. They're saturating this. What is this? What is this psyop? Okay. Arrested last night. What they're going to show is they're going to show Don was on some social media chats, and he got together with these lefties, and then they went in, ran up on a church, and he was part of the whole thing. And now he's arrested, and now there goes the First Amendment. All right? DOJ's big announcement. What is this? This is live right now. Let's see. Let's see what this guy is going to say. I don't want Fox. I don't want Legacy. Oh, look at this guy. I don't think I want to hear him. Yeah, Anton. See, Anton is Don, though. Except for Anton's on the right. Acting like he's not gay. Here we go. Let me see this. This is Anton Don. Salaka. Since this guy is trending right now, let's see what he has to say about it. Take it, Anton, you weirdo.
Has been arrested in connection with an anti-ICE protest at a church in St. Paul, Minnesota. Bill Malusia joins us now with more on this breaking news. Hey, Bill.
Yeah, Charlie, good morning to you. Our colleague David Sputt and I getting this breaking news from multiple law enforcement sources just minutes ago, confirming that former CNN anchor Don Lemon has been arrested by federal agents in Los Angeles just after midnight this morning at a hotel. This obviously all in connection with that storming of a church in St. Paul, Minnesota by that group of anti-ICE agitators. Now remember, the feds had gone to judges to try to get Don Lemon arrested before. They went to a magistrate judge in Minnesota who didn't sign off on an arrest warrant for him. Then it went to a judge above him. He didn't sign off on an arrest warrant for him. Then it went to an appeals court. They also decided not to sign off for an arrest warrant for him. So there was experts who were predicting that perhaps the feds would go to a grand jury. It remains to be seen if that's what happened here, but we can confirm that Don Lemon was arrested in Los Angeles by federal agents just after midnight Los Angeles time at a hotel. Now, typically, standard procedure with an arrest like this is the defendant will likely make their first court appearance sometime the same day. So
let's see what this fool is going to say.
Like, he's been a journalist. According to himself, he calls himself a journalist. I call him a content creator because I don't think he's really doing journalistic work. I think that he's doing work that generate some revenue on social media, which is not a bad thing, and I don't have anything to say negative about that. But he knows better than to storm into a church, because that is not protected by your amendment rights. That is storming private property and then interviewing people and putting people on camera.
So what about the J6 storming? Storming? What you gonna say about J6 there, butt kisser?
Parishioners and people that are going to church to praise God. And I think that it's about time that churches start getting some respect, because they would never do that in a mosque. They would never do that in a synagogue.
And you would never say anything bad about the small hats and their worship or whatever, but you coming against the Hebrew Israelites, nigga, you are dead.
They would never do that in any other place other than to disrespect God, to disrespect Jesus. And this is why I actually am not mad about this. My whole thing, one of my things, and I say this on a regular basis, is I never advocate for anybody to go to jail. And I don't think that Don Lemon goes to jail. Actually, I think that this probably sets him up to become more infamous, because
it's part of the larger psyop, if you can see it. Of course they're going after Don. Of course they're elevating the left-right paradigm, and it's a big distraction. Didn't you just see all of the how they're saturating suddenly in the last 3 hours?
in this day and age of social media, although I do think that he should be held accountable, I don't think that this has a negative repercussions that we think that it does. What it does is going to bring more viewers over.
I don't think this has a negative repercussions. Your nigga is slipping out there, Mr. I'm the articulate black man who is above everyone else, and I can speak properly, you fucking doo-doo chaser. Anyway, yeah, this is big. We got to see what they're going to do with it, but it's clearly a part of a larger operation, psyop, if you will. Look a little deeper. See what somebody other than Anton has to say. Anton is a fucking piece of work shit.
Former CNN anchor Don Lemon was arrested last night on federal charges stemming from a protest at a Minnesota church earlier this month. Lemon was taken into custody in Los Angeles, where he was covering the Grammy Awards. Now, those charges relate to a January 18th demonstration at a...
They picked him up at the Grammy Awards. Wow. They're going to make hay with this for the next week. And now we have Don Lemon on the red carpet. Oh, there's ICE grabbing him up.
St. Paul Church, where protesters interrupted a service and chanted ICE out. The church's pastor is an immigration and customs enforcement official.
He's an ICE agent.
Alison Camerata is Scripps News' new special event anchor and former CNN colleague of mine and Don Lemon.
Okay, Don ran up and did some shit he wasn't supposed to do, clearly, to set this situation up. So let's look at a couple of... What a lemon. Let's look at a couple of replies. Strip naked, walk in jail backwards. Oh, yes, that Kool-Aid, former fire. CNN Don Lemon, what? Oh, wow. Throw the book at him. Yeah, see. So what is this showing? Okay, you got people on both sides of this. Let's go back. This is the Civil War. Okay. Matthew 12 and 25. Civil War right there. Yahushua knew their thoughts and replied, any kingdom divided by civil war is doomed. A town or family splintered by feuding will fall apart. Well, we're looking at it right now. We're looking at the beginning of the end. You go back here. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it right here. But look at this. Okay, 3 hours. Look at the 1 hour, 3 hours. This is the flavor of the month now. Type of Don Lemon arrested. Look at what comes up. They're certainly not trying to hide it. They're pushing it. Okay, what are they doing here? Where is this going? Don't look at that war. Look right here at Don Lemon getting arrested in Minnesota in the PSYOP, the Minnesotan PSYOP that you're supposed to be locked into and not paying attention to. The fact that at any moment, what about this? All airspace what do they call it? Shutdown. See, that's very ambiguous. All airspace shutdown. What's going to come up an hour, 3 hours ago? 2 months, nothing. 2 months. What's going on right now? Okay, so they're hiding this. You see? Okay, let's be more specific. Iran. I should say Mideast. Let me say Mideast. Middle East all airspace shut down. 6 days, 2 weeks. What's going on right now? 5 days, 6 days, 3 hours. No airstrikes. Let me go to this guy. His name is Poplar Preparedness. Steve Poplar. Come on, Steve. Where you at? Let's see what I saw something. Where's Pop? Lemon-Aide. Poplar. P-R-P-O. Did he change it? Not Poplar no more. His name is Poplar Report. All planes. Let's see what this says. Bear with me. Okay, what's going on in the Middle East? Or where? Where is this at? Can't stop it now. Okay, so what's going on? Where is the airspace shut down?
It's Friday, and you know what that means. A lot happening out there in the news as they try to dump stuff ahead of the weekend. We got a lot happening in this Watchmen update. Let's get into it. We got the Senate rejecting
I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade.
funding bill. It looks like a shutdown is all but imminent.
Shutdown tomorrow, huh? Nobody knows about that.
Going to happen later today. Another winter storm is starting to hit across the United States. If you're not ready for this, get ready because it's going to land in your backyard sometime today. Panama kicking out the Chinese. That's big news there. President Trump grounding all Canadian aircraft inside the United States. Major tariff spat happening. New Federal Reserve chairman to be announced just in the next couple hours here. Oil jumping ahead of U.S. strikes on Iran, and U.S. and Venezuela normalizing flights as well as other diplomatic functions. We got a lot.
Allowed. One day, U.S. just threatened Canada's sovereign over fighting sovereignty. Slow. NORAD pact could change if Canada drops F-35. There's some action going on right here. U.S. threatens Canada with NORAD F-35 ultimatums. What's going on here? Canada not allowed to use, and not allowed in U.S. airspace. Look like we're going to war with Canada right here. Okay, there was a jet fighter purchase from who? Deal. It says U.S. warns Canada over F-35 deal. Fighter jets could enter Canadian airspace. Let's look at this real quick. Charlie. I don't need that. All right, so anyway. Yeah, just Trump threatens to decertify Canadian aircraft despite receiving all regularity approvals. How long is this? Decertify. Slovakia. I'm chasing headlines. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Slovakia. Come on.
But on the other breaking news we are tracking, let's now bring in CTV station. Phil, thank you for joining us on that breaking news. Your first initial reaction on how the president is threatening to expand the trade war to the aviation sector now.
Yeah, good evening, Akshay. Honestly, I don't know where the president's getting his information from. The Canadian aircraft have been certified in the U.S. By the FAA. They hold a current type certificate and they are certified. The only way that the type certificate can be revoked.
Hell, there's a civil war going on the Axis powers. America's going to be standing on its own here. Okay, you just lost the EU, right? Who else have you lost? Look at this. You going heads up with Canada right now? Crazy. What's going on? This dude lost his damn mind. This is 2nd Ezra 9 and 3. In the GNT, there will be earthquakes, national revenge, international intrigues, unstable leaders, and confused rulers. That's what we see. What is Trump doing? You going heads up with Canada? Canadians can't fly. What? Who's next? Australia, Great Britain, right? I didn't finish it. Let me finish it. 2nd Ezra 9 and 3, there will be earthquakes, national rebellions, international intrigues, unstable leaders, and confused rulers. When you see these things happening, you will know that they are what God Most High has spoken about since the beginning of creation. That is in the GMT. With that, we hope that the elect ratified you, brothers and sisters. Salaki about going on. Shalom.